Here's a little thought experiment for those who have been commenting on my videos on secular morality, who say that morality is subjective, and have also said that they don't know what I mean, or they disagree, when I say that they claim to believe that morality is subjective, but live as though morality were objective. And they've said, I don't know what that looks like. What does it look like to live as though morality were objective? And I think one way to do that might be to not focus on the objective, but to actually focus on the subjective and ask yourself what it would look like to live as though morality were actually subjective. Because I think that's a little bit of an introspection that people aren't doing. I don't think they're asking themselves what that really means. Because I don't think you can universalize a subjective principle. So how is it that you attempt to universalize it? And I think we do. The language is very strong. That is right, this is wrong, etc., etc. And the thought experiment, I mean, we use this language that talks about advancements and regressions. We look around the world and we see other cultures where people don't allow their daughters to go to school, or women have only this little tiny slit to look out of. The rest of them is completely covered, and even that can be meshed up, right? And we would say, sort of morally backwards, and we've morally advanced. And when we look at the issue of slavery, for instance, we use a lot of strong language, especially when we're arguing with theists. But I don't ever hear, when someone's arguing about slavery with a theist, I don't ever hear any of the subjective language come in there. I don't hear anybody ever say, well, it's my opinion that. Well, I think that. No. It's slavery is wrong. That slavery is in the Bible, and that makes the Bible, that makes that morally reprehensible. You're using objective language. And so here's the thought experiment. Look back at a period in time when slavery was accepted, maybe even considered virtuous, at least in terms of economic assistance, right? That what it did for the economy, the economic necessity, actually. Was slavery morally right at that time and for those people? Or were those people behaving immorally? I mean, your answer, I think, either exposes an actual belief in some sort of a standard, some sort of an ideal, something objective, or it exposes an inability to universalize the principles. Because you either need to universalize that things are subjective and there's no actual moral oughts and oughts not, rights and wrongs, or you need to universalize the actual moral principles. Something needs to be universalized for any of this to make any sense. And I don't think you can universalize a subjective principle. And I think that thought experiment, hopefully, will throw up some red flags. Thanks for watching.